We had a lot of fun at this conference. This is very great. So hi everyone, my name is Gregory. I'm the managing director of Shoutcast. And Eric.
Hey, I'm a director of development for Targetspot.
So we are a part of Audio Valley Group. Audio Valley Group, it's a leader and pioneer in digital audio. We are a group, and we are working in different domains. Ad tech, our iconic player, Winamp, our own radio with Hotmix, and of course, another iconic brand, Shoutcast, specialized in streaming technology. So we are really passionate about digital audio, and we will help you today to grow your digital audience and grow your digital revenue. So you all know what digital acceleration is, but do you know the magic formula to grow your acceleration? Do you know? No. And this is the magic formula: the content and the technology. This is really the main formula to grow your audience. You have amazing content, and thanks to the technology, you can grow your content, and thanks to your technology and thanks to your content, you can grow together and grow your audience. This is really important. So let's go in market trends. Of course, you all know that there is green light on the market. Market trends on digitalization are great for the moment. Online radio reach in the US in 2021. For all segmentation, we are growing. Also, in terms of listening radio with mobile app within the car, we are growing since more than 10 years. So digital radio is everywhere, and it's continued to bring market share from the analogic. And this is also a very important. You see that the traditional radio is decreasing, and the digital audio is increasing since more than 10 years. So this is really important. We are at the moment where the digital will become bigger than the analogic. But nevertheless, this is really important because we know that this trend is growing, but nothing changed. But this is important to understand why. Why nothing changed? This is the first reason. It's because you are simulcasting. Most of your content is simulcast. You are reusing your analogic signal, and this is not the good way of doing digital. You cannot grow your digital by doing that. The second reason, very important, is most of your revenue are remaining in the FM, in the analogic, and this is not encouraging you to do something else because all your money are coming from your main channel. And also, sometimes you package your digital and your analogic into one bundle, and this is not a good way of pushing the digital. The second way, very important, you are not aligning your content with the new habits of your listener. So this is important, and you don't have time to create different content and new digital content and create a lot of different content for all the different devices. You don't have time because you have a problem of resources, and this is how it works. Next one, you don't know how to sell digital. This is a new product for you, and you don't know how to better monetize your content. And last but not least, you invest a lot in DAB because you are a strong believer about DAB. But now it's time to accelerate in digital. It's time to accelerate and to test different things. And really important, you need to test a lot of things. You need to test a lot of different things, but you need to accelerate by doing that. Because if you are not accelerating, you will disappear. And this is very important. This quote is really the reality of the digital. You need to test and kill or scale your digital assets. But let's go into the new way of working. So I will give you some tips to accelerate your digital audience. The first one, it's of course, you need to better understand your listener. You need to work on the customer, the user experience of your content, of your assets, and of the digital audience. The second one, very important, you need to leverage all the data, all the analytics. You need to better understand at what time people are listening to you, what's the most important time in the day where they are listening to music. This is really important to have a better understanding of all the data at your disposal. Next one, it's you need, and this is really important, we will go into detail later, but you need to create more specific content for all your digital assets. And last but not least, you need to diversify your monetization strategy. Not only sell your ad breaks, you need to think in the distributed way to diversify your monetization. So let's go in our case study. So I will present you two of our main customer. One, it's one of the main end group. Let's see how they manage their digital transformation.
Hi, my name is Kim Baines. I'm a radio freak as far as I can remember, and I'm CEO of N Group, that's a second private radio group in Belgium.
Hello everybody, my name is Frédéric de Coman. I'm General Manager of Hotmix Simply Music, and I'm really happy to be here today. It's more than 10 years now that Hotmix is active in the digital radio industry. And until 2 months ago, we were offering a bundle of 20 musical stations that were available through our website and our app. But since a couple of years, we felt from our listeners that they needed a new vibe for the product. So 1 year ago, and voila, it's now 2 months that we launched the new Hotmix with a new layout, a new offering, so more stations, and also a new business model. So concretely, we at Hotmix are now offering more than 55 stations, and next to our advertising-based freemium model, we also launched a premium model, which is subscription-based.
An N group.
Well, we quickly realized that digital shouldn't be the junk shop of radio. You know, A few years ago, we offered on our internet site the gifts the radio didn't want to offer on air. And we really evolved in this conception. We put digital at the heart of our strategy. We now have a digital director in the board. That's really important. Nostalgie started in 2007, that's 15 years ago, first podcast and web radio as a pioneer. And today this strategy really pays off. Nostalgie is the most listened radio in French-speaking Belgium, on air and online, so really proud of this achievement.
So here it's really important to understand, to do that, they increase the customer experience for their radios. So how they did that? First of all, they develop listener personas. This is really important to better understand who are the key listener and to better put in evidence the value proposition of their radio. The second fact, it's really important, they need to be everywhere, to be multi-channel and to make the content accessible everywhere, on Sonos, on Android Auto, different iTunes, API, website, everywhere, to make more audience with their channel. And also make more blurred the difference between live and on-demand. This is really important because if you will create a lot of different content and with a morning show, with a native radio, at the end of the day, the listener will see the difference between on-demand and live lighter. So this is really important. Last but not least, let your listener choose their device and platform. This is really important because they are the king, clients are kings, and this is really important to let them choose where they will listen your radios. So let's see how our customer manage that.
That's a big evolution because as radio, we didn't care about device people were listening on. We really didn't care. We focused only on the audio experience. With digital, we had to think about what should be the best digital player. And we had to hire people with skills like UX to do that because it's like a software company starting its own hardware. It's a new job for us. So today, we want basically to be on every existing player if we can. But the player we choose for our own website is the well-known radio player. Of course, you are also on the smart speakers. That's very important to us. Certainly, the analytics that Shoutcast offers, they allow us to see on which device people are listening to us. Because we always think like mobile is an important device. But for Nostalgie, mobile is only 5% of our listeners, used by 5% of our listeners. We are for more than 90% on desktop. We are listening on desktops. So these analytics are, of course, very important to know on which player we have to invest.
So let's see how Hotmix manage UX.
It sounds maybe cliché, but I would say teamwork, because the capacity we had to reinvent ourselves based on a new vision, on new mission of the company, and so we had to translate that into a new product, a new UX, a new UI that is now 100 times better than before, and I would even say that I regret that we didn't start that work before, because our listeners are 100% happy with what we delivered, and I'm really convinced that the market is now also open to come with that kind of digital radio solution. We asked a lot of collaboration between our development agency at one side and our historical streaming partner Shoutcast at the other side. So they had to face many challenges, and their main challenge was clearly to create a new website and a new app from scratch. And for Shoutcast, our streaming solution, to come and to create more than 50 streams that are secured and behind a paywall. So it's complete new infrastructure, but we did a lot of co-creation together, and finally now, due to their work, we are now able to manage different kind of profiles for our listeners, if they are paid listeners or free listeners.
Okay, so very important next step, how the analytics, live analytics change completely the business. So it's really important to understand that today, like you did with Google Analytics, and to better understand your audience, here with live analytics, you are able to track online the total listening hour, the type of audience, where is located your listener, with which device they are using, and you are able to develop your own KPI to grow your audience and to adapt your content to their pain. And this is really important. Analytics, it's really a drug for content editor, because they will better know their audience. So we are able to help our customer to develop different segmentation and different content. For example, one of our customers, they realized the most of their audience were in Germany, but it was a Belgian radio station. So they adapt the content, their stream radio, for the German market. So they grow thanks to analytics. And then they are able to customize the quality of the stream only for a certain type of listener. And this is really important also to develop your own KPI, because they use the methodology of one metric that matter that Netflix used to develop the content. And this is really important because the one metric that matter, the North Star they use, it's the amount of hour of content used, and they define the baseline and the target, and they grow the content like that. So this is really important. Thanks to real-time analytics, you are able to manage your strategy better. And this is really important. So let's see how Hotmix manage the analytics usage.
The Shoutcast data that we are receiving every day, and we are using it also on a daily basis to improve our stations, and that's what makes digital radio and the usage of data the future compared to traditional FM. It's via that way that we are improving constantly our streams. And our music managers, our team of music managers is every day looking at KPIs such as live listeners, number of sessions, average listening time, total listening time, type of device where it's consumed, and so on and so on. So that's quite magic for improvement. And at the other side, data is also in some countries. It can open really the door for official audience measurement, which is gold mine, which is gold for your sales house that can sell your inventory then that is now qualified, and it opens a lot of doors when you can qualify your audience in that way.
So Here, you will grow your audience, you will grow, you will have more data, you will more analytics, you have a better knowledge of all your listener. So normally, you will better monetize. And this is the topic we will discuss with Eric in the next part of our presentation.
Yes, thank you. So as Greg said, if you have more audience, if you have more listeners, then you have more data, then you have more analytics, and then you can really start with a monetization strategy. And that's what we would like to explain you today. So first of all, the most important for your monetization is about technology. So you need to have a technology that allows you to advertise in the best way. First of all, DMP, so data management platforms. That's something that you really need to run qualified awareness campaigns and not only mass campaigns. So you can do one-to-one targeting using DMP, using the data. And so that brings you lots of possibilities regarding monetization. Then, of course, we rise our technology and the solutions that we can provide to the radios in terms of advertising, in terms of tracking, in terms of attribution. For example, the clickable banner also, you can track a lot of information about the usage of your listener regarding the ads if you have like those technologies. Another thing is that you have to be aware that there is a link between listen and search on Google, for example. So a study of Google done some years ago, but it's still true. They say that if you are listening to a radio campaign, then at the same moment, you will have a net boost on Google of 33%. That means that people listen to an audio spot and then what do? They go to Google and they search for the brand or the product that it advertises on the audio ad. So there is really a link between the audio campaigns and your result in search for Google, for example. And then, what we already said, data from your listeners are a gold mine. So this is really something you need to invest in. So behind technology, of course, we have like some great commercialization opportunities. More and more, we try to convince the radio stations to have an international monetization solution. Because, you know, if you stream your radio stations, your digital radio station everywhere, on every player, on every device, then you will have listeners out of your country. If you are French radio stations, maybe you will have listeners in Belgium, in Canada, in all the French-speaking countries. And so at Targetspot, we have a solution to monetize all your audience in your country, but also internationally. We also develop a self-serve platform. I will come a little bit later back on this one, but it's very, very important to have like a self-service tool because it's bring you new clients and it's also very scalable. So, and then, we propose to sell differently. In the past and still today, digital audio is often sold like in bundle with FM, like you sell an FM campaign and then you add 10% of your budget for digital campaigns, for example. Now digital is such an evolution that it should be a medium on their own, on its own. So that's important. And of course, we are working also on the ad break variety to bring you more advertising possibilities on your radio streams. So let's listen here to what our partners are telling about their monetization strategy and their revenues on their specific digital streams. So first one, Kim from Energy.
There was like a big change last year in Belgium. OLA, online audio, boomed really. Last year, online audio was sold in a fourth bundle with FM. We now sell digital audio on its own. So how are we working? Our traditional sales house is selling our inventory, audio inventory in iOS and in programmatic. And what isn't sold is sold by our partner Targetspot in programmatic also. And that helped us increasing our revenue, our digital revenue, of course. And Targetspot, besides monetizing, helped us for the technology, because they helped us starting ad injection and ad insertion mid-roll on our web radios. And that was a big change for us. So the good news is that thanks to OLA, maybe we will be break even on our digital business this year, and that is 1 year before plan. We have a long way to go on data. There is still a big potential to target our ads, and we know that. We have to work on that.
And the great results you see there, the digital revenue increased by 45% last year. So congratulations to Kim and the team of N Group in Belgium. Now about Hotmix also regarding monetization.
Monetization. So it's sure that nothing would have been possible without the advertising revenues that were generated by our sales house Targetspot. So they are certainly part of the evolution that we had. And we are now working with them since more than 10 years. They are helping us on a day-to-day. They also followed us in our expansion, and they monetize our inventory in multiple countries also. Our media mix that we are using is mainly based on social media at one side, and we are using audio ads to make our promotion, to make ads about become freemium Hotmix. And there Targetspot also helped us by using their podcast inventory, which we advertise like an advertiser, and we are now looking for their mobile gaming inventory, where I hope that we will also be able to run our own auto promo ads.
So thank you, Frederick. As I said, I just come back a little bit on the self-service solution that we want to provide, and because we really think that it's important in the radio evolution, in digital radio evolution, to give the possibility to a small agency or an advertiser to book on their own the digital campaigns. So the most important is that tool should be very easy to use. So such as you use Facebook tool to plan your Facebook campaign, or the Google Ad Manager to plan your Google campaigns, it's very easy to use. We have the same solution for digital audio. So you just go in the tool, you plan your campaign, you segment your audience, you add your creative, and then you run your campaign with your budget. You have a live reporting tool and everything. So it's very easy to use and very smart to use. Of course, you need also. I mean, it's a conclusion of that tool is that you will have more autonomy to plan your campaign. If it's a self-service tool, it will bring you new types of agencies, because we do not speak with all the small and medium-sized agencies today. It's much too difficult to go to every small agency and pitch those agency and so on. But if you have a tool that is scalable, everybody can just plan digital audio campaigns. And we will have like more agencies, like more local agencies also, making the bridge with the local radio stations that want to advertise on. So that's quite interesting with that model. Of course, we need the multi-format dimension, so pre-roll, mid-roll, ad insertion, ad break solutions, post-roll, and so on. So you can propose really to your clients the best audio extension campaigns, because digital audio is reach. So you need power, you need repetition, and that's why we have like a multi-format strategy. Of course, you will attract a new breed of advertiser, and it's a very good alternative to the GAFA. Again, a very small digital agency that is used to only advertise on Google or on YouTube or something like that. Now they have a tool, they can also do digital audio in their media mix. So it will bring you new advertisers. End to end, that's a little bit the conclusion of our presentation today. It's a question more for all of you. Would you be the Netflix of audio tomorrow? We think Netflix is a very good example of content creation. It's a very qualitative platform, a premium platform, and very important, they are using the data that they have. They are analyzing the behavioral of their clients, the viewers, to propose smart contents, personalized content, and so on. So we think that digital radio should learn from that, should personalize the content. We have, as Greg said, we have lots of data, a lot of statistics, so we can use those statistics to propose new content, personalized content to the listener. And of course, on top of that, you need a monetization strategy, what Netflix do not have from now, but they are working on that. But if you attend to have like a content strategy as Netflix, and on top of that, a monetization strategy using also data targeting to give personalized ads to your clients, then I think you will really succeed in that digital audio world. So if you need our assistance, don't hesitate. If you have questions, don't hesitate. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much
Thank
to
you.
Greg and Eric, and we hope we'll see you all soon at the next session.
Thank you.
Thank you.